A time for everything. One for everything there is a season, and a time for every matter under heaven. Two, a time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted. Three, a time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. Four, a time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. Five, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Six, a time to seek and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. Seven, a time to tear and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. Eight, a time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. Ecclesiastes 3 is a powerful and poetic passage that explores the concept of time and the cyclical nature of life. The passage famously begins with the phrase, "For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven." This chapter presents a series of contrasts, highlighting the inevitability of life's events: birth and death, planting and uprooting, killing and healing, weeping and laughing, mourning and dancing. It emphasizes that every action and emotion has its appropriate time, illustrating the balance and rhythm inherent in the human experience. The overarching message of Ecclesiastes 3 is the recognition that life is full of opposites and each has its moment. The author, often identified as the preacher, reflects on the futility of trying to control these events, acknowledging that they are part of a divine order that transcends human understanding. This passage invites readers to accept the ebb and flow of life, trusting that each season has its purpose, even when it may not be immediately apparent. Ultimately, Ecclesiastes 3 encourages a perspective of humility and faith. It reminds us that while we may not always comprehend the timing of life's events, there is a greater plan at work, and our role is to find contentment and meaning within the time we are given.